It's the biggest population loss of any city in America.
I can take 3 more.
Detroit, you'll also see, is also the most racially segregated city in America.
Different high school.
Industry has declined so much. Detroit, which rose very fast, collapsed even faster. So you're going to see a lot of abandonment, a lot of emptiness.
Takeoff, touchdown, Ben Gurion,
people who've been completely left behind by a capitalist system which has gone elsewhere looking for profit. So some of the most creative activism is now taking place in Detroit, and you'll meet some of the young people and some of the community people who are doing that. So keep that in mind. You'll see a lot of things missing in Detroit, but those things that are missing provide space and opportunity for new initiatives to take hold.
Mass graves couldn't bear the scene. It wasn't a pogrom, it was the rules of their Yasin. Shopping at the Kenya and Malha, built it on the back of the town Al Malha. Wishing we could call its name, appalled by the change, and now a marvel of chains is all that remains. My evil misses people, not places.
This is our Detroit Chinatown mural. And a lot of people say, how can you call this Chinatown? There's no Chinatown here. Well, it's historic Chinatown, right? This is what many people called Chinatown 20 years ago.
Detroit is something that you have to see to believe. Like, truthfully, no matter how many pictures or videotapes or recordings that you take, it's not as realistic. Like, it doesn't really hit you until you really see it with your own eyes. Like, all these houses are all boarded up, and you see people walking in and out of these abandoned buildings. Predominantly.
These folks came in here, Crosswinds Development Company came here and bulldozed basically a couple's home while they were still in it. Okay, yes, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson, they were right on the corner over here, and you know, they had to move out and then lived in their carriage house in their garage. And so we never support Crosswinds Development because this is kind of what they did to the elders right in this city. They want to close Osborne and 40 other schools because they say because of budget cuts, because the school building is run down and it costs too much. You know, it's the same story in any city, right?
200-year-old olive trees uprooted the groves to build a wall, not a future enclosed. Settlement spreading like cancer and toxic sewage polluted the roads. Not full of checkpoints that superimpose the truth and it shows.
Smokestack there. This is actually an incinerator that burns every other city outside of Detroit's trash. So people actually pay the city to burn their trash. That's why, you know,
and over here it's like, at least you have food, at least you have a business, at least you have a job. And then back home it's like, oh, I need to get my, you know, diamond ring. You know, to get my hair done, my nails done. You don't even see nail salons or hair shops here. I commit that crime too, but yeah. And other liquor stores are warned, like, you can't go in unless you have a gun on you. Yeah. And we thought Oakland was bad. We always, like, say, oh, Oakland is, like, the violence. I mean, it is bad, but, like, compared to Detroit, it's nothing.
Jane, where are we going?
We are going to Vincent Chins' gravesite and Lily Chins' gravesite and pay respects.
Or hear the click, clack, clack of mahjong tiles shuffling in the wind, and the voice of Vincent Chins. Waiting tables here and the next town down while studying engineering, a closet poet and groom-to-be whose blood still spills down Woodward from Highland Park to my feet. His life dismissed with a $3,000 price tag and the killer's 3 years probation like a lease on a damn used car. Bashed in, around, and down these streets. A handful only knew his mother Lily. Exiled back here from Hepping, China to treat her many cancers, her heart marched 20 years, crying for justice, justice down these streets. Her body interned here at Forest Lawn, but Lily Chin's spirit marches on.
stay. Yeah, you don't pay attention, man. That's why your power is the size of your attention span. Miller said it best. You don't pay attention, man. That's why your respect's the size of your attention span. It's fresh air when I'm speaking to y'all. Sometimes it falls upon deaf ears like I'm speaking to walls. I ain't preaching to y'all, breaking cycles of violence, not repeating they flaws. Open up your memory bank, I got the key to the vault. Serving the antidote to Alzheimer's, deleting and install. Can go below but think it over. We the leaders we've all been waiting for. Believe it, heed the call, breathe it, keeping involved. These lyrics he seekers deplete, tweet us till the speakers dissolve. Each generation must find its mission, fulfill or betray it. I know that ours is more than just being killers or players and making millions of papers. Our blood is spilling the haters. Too much injustice among us is it still a complacent. Smash these walls of hate, end it for the next ascendant. Watching them fall from grace, repping for the independence. Futuristic sound, you just missed it now. Present with the essence, who we ball with it all is fake. Yeah, you don't pay attention, man. That's why your power is the size of your attention span. Miller said it best. You don't pay attention, man. That's why your respect's the size of your attention span. Smash these walls of hate, end it for the next ascendant.
Continue to fight for everyone, not just for the Asians, not for the Pacific Islanders, the Southeast Asian. We talk about African Americans, the Latinos, the poor whites, you know, anyone that who is being victimized with this, under this system of, you know, oppression. Then we need to step up. We need to talk about it. You know, with our sports school getting closed down, well, the students need to start organizing and start talking about it. You don't like it? Do something about it. You know, and that's why we're here in the U.S. Social Forum. It's about doing something about it. It's about building relationship with each other. It is about sustaining this movement. And the younger generation has to pick up the torch and to do this. Because everything that we do has to be lasted longer than our lifetime, or our many lifetimes. It can't just about now. You know, it's about how it's gonna last forever. So I'm grateful for everyone's presence here.
Thank you.